This is Sean Ferguson for FlickDirect at Comic-Con 2014 at the Bates Motel Playboy party. So tell us what it's like being on the Hangover series, because you did all 3 movies, didn't you?
I did. I was really very, very fortunate to do all 3 of them. And it was extraordinary, you know, I mean, really from the very jump. Reading the first script, I thought there was something special about it, because I laughed out loud just reading the script. So I kind of had a sixth sense that it was going to be more than they expected, and I told the director that, so then I was kind of a good luck charm. I said, I think that he brought me back for 2 and 3, which was great.
That's fantastic.
And everybody in the family was great, you know, it was really...
Was there somebody that you loved the most? I mean...
Oh my gosh, that would be even hard to say, because I really, really cared about everybody. I mean, Bradley, of course, and Bradley and I are both with the Actors Studio, lifetime members of the Actors Studio, so we had a lot to talk about. And Zach is just a hoot, so you can't be around Zach without laughing. And so it was constantly feeding your creative hunger.
Right.
And getting things bounced back at you, you know, and Todd is really, really good, Todd Phillips. So from that standpoint, you know, there wasn't a bad moment in it, except that they changed the ending on the 3rd one.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So I was disappointed that they changed the ending, because I had a nice scene in the ending. But, you know, they took us through it about the week before they were going to film it. He decided to change up the whole thing, and they scrapped it the way it was
So what
originally.
was the ending going to be?
Well, it was another wedding, you know. But it was a really over-the-top, larger-than-life circus animals. I mean, everything kind of a wedding. And I think that now this is only my take on it. I think that he just wanted to have it different. You know, there was a wedding at the end of 1 and a wedding which was an unexpected one, so that was great. A wedding at the end of 2, which you got a little nailed for, because they said it was kind of a rip-off of our first script.
Right.
And I think ultimately he started thinking, you know, I want it to be different. So he just did a whole 180, and it was still extremely funny. You know, it's just that we weren't there, so they had a wedding without us. It was like the aftermath of the wedding.
Right.
So.
Well, you have a new series, a new pilot that you're working on.
Yes.
Can you tell me about it?
Ganymede Pan. Ganymede Pan is the story of a genetically engineered kind of superhero, but he's human, but he's genetically engineered. And the universe is in grave danger, and I is his nemesis. I play General Ty.
All right.
It was originally written for a guy, and then I got the role, so that's really exciting for me. Completely different, like with red bangs and a long ponytail.
So you get to be the villain now.
I'm the villain. I'm
That's
the villain.
great.
But the villain with a smile. You're not sure I'm the villain, actually. It kind of depends on how it goes, because I'm kind of cunning and a little manipulative, but at the same time, you know, I'm the hero. So.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us. We
Yes,
really
and nice
appreciate
to
it.
meet
Thank
you.
you so much.
Have a great time.
You too. So you're going to be in See No Evil 2?
Yes.
So tell us what's going to happen now.
See No Evil 2 picks up where See No Evil left off, with Jacob Goodnight and the bodies of all those that he killed being brought to a city morgue where I work, along with Danielle Harris, and terror ensues with him chasing a bunch of us youngins around the morgue and hacking and killing and maiming us.
So do you make it out alive?
I can't. We don't talk deaths. We don't want to ruin the surprises of anything. But I will say, in the first film, everybody was killed the same way with the whole eyeball thing. In the second one, everyone has their very own unique kill.
Oh, that sounds like it's fun.
It's awesome. There's lots of blood and saws and hacking and good stuff.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a good one to check out.
Yeah.
So are you a Bates Motel fan too?
I am. I've got a couple friends on it, so yeah.
So have you been binge watching it, or are you keeping up with it?
I've got like 3 other shows on the go right now. I'm doing Orange is the New Black and a bunch, and so I'm behind on my Bates, and I got to catch up. I got 1 episode of Orange left, and then I'm done with that for a while, and because I kind of like to focus on one thing at a time, and then I am diving in full steam ahead to Bates so I can get through that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming out and talking to us.
Thank you, man.
The sad thing is I'm a binge watcher.
Are you?
Yeah. So
That's the only way anybody watches
This is the
now.
worst part of it is I don't even know what night you guys are on. When it shows up in the TiVo, I start watching.
I still have to ask sometimes.
Isn't that
like
sad?
when they ask me to tweet, I'm like, "What time are we on?" Like I don't know.
So how's it being the proud daddy of a child in the series?
Of a small demon child. It's fine. You know, it's a very peculiar dynamic. I mean, can you ever have a more sort of dysfunctional family unit than these three.
What's amazing about your character is for a while there we thought that you were like the bad guy, and then you're kind of like fluctuating between the
those
two.
are the best characters. Those are always my favorite characters, and I've had an opportunity to play a couple of characters like that in the past, but I think it's morally ambiguous is the most interesting thing to do. Interesting thing to play, and I think we even see it now in films. Like the superheroes are no longer that super. They're kind of doing a lot of questionable things.
Well, it's a little bit more human.
Yeah, it's more real. We're fallible.
Well, I really appreciate you guys coming out. I saw the rest of your crew out there. They took off on you. They actually stood over there and they turned around. They were watching.
I'm a man of the people, John. I'm a man of the people.
And then they like ditched you. And
I give and I give.
So thank you so much for coming out and talking to FlickDirect.
Good to meet you, man.
You have a
Take
great
care.
comment.
Nice to see you.
I have to tell you, we've been watching you grow up in front of a camera all the way through from little, and a lot of the pieces that you did earlier were like all these innocent characters.
Norman's innocent. Norman's a nice kid.
Well, now you're in Norman. I mean, you're playing iconic Norman Bates.
He's an innocent chap. He's a lovely guy, Norman.
I don't know if he's so innocent. So I gotta ask you this: when you go into that stare like that, where do you go? What's your where do you go in your head to get into the mental state of Norman?
I'm not sure. I don't really have any kind of enemies to think on or draw on. I guess they're always quite internal. The scenes when you're joking around and kind of happy on set, which I guess are fewer and fewer with Norman. You can, likewise be really happy and friendly with everyone on the crew, and I guess those scenes when Norman goes a little mad, you just take a bit of time on your own and find it somehow, work yourself up.
So what's it like working with a cast like this? Because your cast is just amazing. I've got to talk to a few of them, and they're so amazing, and everybody tells me that like you're the most amazing to work with.
Oh, I think, everyone's lovely. Vera is obviously the most brilliant person to work opposite all the time, and it's just such a joy to be with her.
I gotta ask you,
Uh-oh.
what was it like? What was it like being in the coffin with all the bugs and
The box was tricky. It was a good episode and a bit, and we were probably kind of September time in Vancouver, and they had the big rain showers going, and it was cold at night. But in a way it was great because there was no acting required. Wow. You're just kind of lying there with cockroaches running over you, and
that doesn't sound like fun.
And Nick Ford comes in and is like out into the rain again. You're like, oh, okay.
Well, lovely Olivia Cooke.
I would say we got to stop bumping into each other like this, but I would rather stay like this forever. So I get to talk to you all by myself.
Yeah.
I get all to myself. So tell me something really personal. Anything about the show that nobody else knows? Because everybody asks all the same questions.
Well, if you want really personal, and that not a lot of people know, there was a kiss last season that was cut out of season 2 because they didn't feel like it was deserved, and it was a kiss in episode 10 between Emma and Norman that they had. Like, it was a very passionate kiss that wasn't quite well deserved, so they cut it out of the episode altogether. Maybe it was on the DVD extras, I don't know. But
so what's it like working with that whole apparatus? Because you carry around the tanks.
It's like it's like an extra limb now. I've really gotten used to it.
Did you do the research on the whole disease, and did it make you actually think about talking to people that have that, and because it's like a big charity?
I really did. I've reached out to a few people, and I've never met anyone in person. Yeah, you'd think it is crazy, but I've reached out, and some people don't really like talking about it, the people that I've reached out to, which is completely understandable. But it's the disease of the beautiful people. You cannot tell unless they're coughing and taking the medication or doing their exercises. You can't tell that they've got it. So I wanted to make Emma everything but her cystic fibrosis.
So you got to tell me, what's the hairdo for?
It's for a film that I just wrapped called Meal and the Dying Girl, and I play the dying girl. She's a girl that, through the film, she's diagnosed with leukemia. So 2 weeks ago, we shaved it off on camera.
Wow. So are you loving it? Is it?
I'm embracing it for the moment. I'm definitely gonna grow it out because for other jobs, I'm not very hireable at the moment. But yeah, I'm definitely growing, and I'm excited to try new hairstyles and just go dye it a crazy color because I'm wearing a wig for Bates, so no one needs to know what's underneath.
Well, I have to tell you personally, the eyes just glow.
Thank you.
Because when you have no hair like that, the eyes just pop out.
Completely.
And you have the most beautiful eyes.
Oh,
Really do.
thank you. Well, it's my makeup artist. She did a really good job.
Come on. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming
It
out
was lovely
and
to see
talking
you
us
again. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Come on, go ahead.
It
say
looks like the L and the I are so close together. I read an F word.
You did. We actually had somebody say it on air once.
Flock. Flock of seagulls. You can't say that on television.
No, you can't. so
a little more spacing between the L and the I next time. Hey, I'm just saying.
There you go. So tell us about your part in Helix.
I play Sergio Ballesteros. He's a Brazilian badass who, through season 1, starts out as the questionable character who likes to kill the occasional person for his own good and for his bosses. And then he decides that it's not what he wants to do. It's not enough for him in life, and he starts getting a change of heart and says enough's enough, you know?
Are you getting soft? Not killing people?
No. I mean, if you've watched this whole season, episode 13, you know that the softie still does some damage. But no, he's just having second thoughts about why he was there and what he wants to get out of life, I think.
Wow, it sounds like it's a really good series. I haven't gotten a chance to catch up on it myself.
Plenty of time to binge watch now.
There you go. I'm going to have to catch up on it.
Yeah.
So what's your Comic-Con experience like this year?
It's my first time here. I'm really excited. Super stoked to be here, and it's amazing. I mean, this is all for the fans, right? And this is why we do what we do. I mean, we don't do television for ourselves to sit and watch it. We do that so people can enjoy it and take time out of their lives and whatever's going on for them just to kind of get a break from reality. And all the people that are here at the Comic-Con dressing up and freaking out and enjoying and just getting a chance to meet some of their favorite stars. I'm excited to just meet a lot of people here. And I think that's what this is all for. It's for every person.
So do you still get kind of like psyched out by some of the big actors? Is there somebody that you're really looking forward to seeing, or somebody you're trying to catch?
Definitely, actually, you know, there's quite a few people from the various shows that I'm stoked to meet, and I'm also glad to be reunited with some of my cast. I haven't seen them since we shot, but definitely, and I mean, I get to see Ron Moore tomorrow from our show, and,
wow.
and I mean, this guy's a legend in our genre, and Steve Maeda is here as well, and so I'm excited to see a lot of people that. It's either been a while or some new faces.
Well, thank you so much for coming over and talking to us for a while.
My pleasure.
Good luck on the series.
Thank you very much.
Continued success.
Right on.
Enjoy the rest of your Comic-Con.
I appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Well, you're on Arrow.
Thank you.
So tell me about Arrow. Tell me about your role on there.
Well, you know, I've been this protagonist, I guess, of the first season, and then I've sort of become the antagonist of the second season. You know, I've sort of been in two roles now, playing Crixus alongside Spartacus, and now Slade Wilson alongside Oliver Queen, where really my character's sort of brought in really to arm wrestle the lead guy. And you know, I sort of I bring my strengths to that. You know, but it's always sort of like it's an interesting thing to play the second guy, like a Han Solo or something, because you get a lot more room to move as an actor. I feel, you know, it's interesting. It's kind of like the guy with flaws. And as an actor, you want to have flaws.
Seriously.
So you can sort of, you know, roller coaster. Yeah.
So with the whole New Zealand thing, was it like a guarantee that you would be in The Hobbit?
No. As a matter of fact, I wasn't the person that was first cast in the role.
Really?
Yeah, they chose a 7-foot guy that would wear the suit, you know, and sort of be as big as Azog needed to be. And then when Peter got that back in his edit, he didn't like that the character wasn't. I think it wasn't strong enough, and I don't think the costuming and a mask was actually going to give you the character of Azog. So what they did, and what Andy Serkis did so well with Gollum, is they allowed the character to be, you know, virtual skinned,
right.
Which means that you don't have the puppeteering masks that don't move, you know, and you don't have these eyes hidden behind these little holes. You know, the whole thing's integrated and gives you a lot more emotional feel. So. I mean, basically, they went back over their tapes and they wanted to find somebody who gave the strongest performance, is what Peter told me. So, you know, they picked me as a second up. But you know, we went in there and got it right.
So I'm told that you could speak that Orcan. Can you give me a sample of it?
Which means something like, you know, can you smell their fear?
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming out tonight and talking with us.
Worries, brother.
Enjoy the rest of your Comic-Con.
Thank you,
Have
brother.
a great time.
Cheers.
Hey, how's it going, sir?
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Are you the last interviewer?
I'm
it's
the last
going
one.
well.
They saved the best for last.
That's good.
So tell me, I'm so impressed. I love Game of Thrones. I'm a converted because all my friends were watching it and they kept telling me, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. I went through all 4 seasons in a week.
Oh, that's real binge watching.
The series is just amazing.
Well, thank you.
The writing is just fantastic. I just want to know.
Now, have you read the books?
No, I haven't.
See, they're books. They're books. You should read the books.
I hear if you watch the movie or the TV beforehand, it ruins the book.
Oh, that's too bad.
No.
You should read the books first or second or whenever, but read the books.
So tell me, why is it so hard to be a Stark?
Well, it's a dangerous world out there. The good die young. Sometimes the bad die young.
That is true.
Valor Magulis, all men must die.
Well, it's nice to see you on the red carpet and it's not the red wedding.
That's right, yes.
We were very thankful for that.
Or the purple wedding.
That is true. Well, we really appreciate you coming out and talking to us.
My pleasure.
I love the series. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. And I definitely am going to get into the books.
Okay. Well, thank you.
So much
My
for
pleasure.
coming out and
Thank
talking
you.
to us.
Take care.
Thank you.